Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Jay from Thundercat Loft, Cliffwood, New Jersey. I want to do a quick video update, kind of like a continuation of my last video. Some birds got out today. You can see them walking around. I'm in the middle of cleaning up my coop. Let me take you in and show you what's going on. So you can see I'm pulling nest bowls. Here's all my nest bowls. I have a bucket in here, my scraper, my dustpan. I'm trying to clean out all these little cubicles, nest boxes. This one actually looked pretty bad. It was very wet in the corner. Not sure why that one did that. The other ones didn't have a problem with that. But I am going to leave this one for now. I'm not going to touch that one. It looks pretty clean as it is anyway. A little bit of hay in there, but it's fairly clean. Yeah, you can see I did this about 10 minutes ago. I took a break, and I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 done. And or 6 actually, 6 done, and I just have this one here, and I'm pretty much done with cubicles on this end. I'm gonna probably lift the floor grates, clean the floor grates, and I'm debating whether or not I want to keep floor grates. I do have a lot of birds in here, so that means a hell of a lot of scraping every day. I'll have to start waking up a little earlier. But really the floor grates I wanted to use for wintertime because it gets so cold that it freezes up on you and you can't scrape. And it gets pretty dirty and pretty messy. So, and it was breeding season, and during breeding season they really, their droppings are pretty heavy. Especially I think the females are pretty heavy. Well, males and females can be heavy, I think. But so I'm debating pulling these up. I had a talk with the guy Frank that I spoke of last video, and he was telling me no, it's not good for the birds to be breathing in their droppings and urine. I guess the urine gives off I forget what it's called, but it's not good for them to be inhaling, or for myself to be inhaling, I guess. And he's a believer of scraping every day, and I guess the best point he made, or could have made, was if you look at the best flyers around the world, their lofts are 9 times out of 10, wood floors that are scraped daily, sometimes, a few times a day. So, it's a good point. That's, I think, the way to do things. If you can't decide for yourself through experience what works, what doesn't work, you look at the best flyers and see what they do. And he's right, that is what they do. So I'm not in disagreement. I've also heard the theory that, floor grates are good for multiple reasons. One, even if you scrape every day, they're still going to be stepping in their own droppings, which is bad. 2, if they're sick, the droppings will fall through, so it won't contaminate other birds directly. It's less likely that birds will be stepping in other birds' droppings, which is good. And I think 3, with breathing in, the harsh chemical, of the feces or the droppings, it's also good for their immune system, I've heard. Like the other side of the spectrum is it's good for them to be inhaling droppings because it kind of builds their immune system up. I don't know if that's like scientifically proven, but I think that's one of the theories. So I know a lot of guys that use the deep litter or the raised floors. And shout out to Adrian if you watch this. I know Adrian had litter and he had raised floors, and I actually was thinking about building raised floors, and then he put out a video of his raised floors, and it just enticed me to do it even more. And now that I have them, I don't like coming in here because it's pretty hard on me to breathe in every day. I have asthma. It's not good for me. I do wear a mask when I clean. I do wear a mask if I'm going to be out here for, a while. I don't wear a mask when I do videos. But I'm really not bothering these birds too much. There's really nothing flying around. And there really is no dust in my loft. Like, I don't breathe in any dust. I have a lot of open areas. The whole top seems pretty open. So anyway, guys, I'm gonna definitely, I think, pick these up and clean out the bottom. It's just a question of whether or not do I want to start trying to not use floor grates. And if that's the case, I have to pull up these 2x8s and see how the floors look, because when you leave droppings in the floor for 2-3 months, I would say that was the max I had it, it starts to make the floors pretty bad. So I think if I were to go to just floors, I would have to lay something over the old floors just to prevent these birds from walking on a dirty floor again that they can get sick from. Anyway, so that's where I'm at. If anybody has any recommendations or advice, what's worked for you, let me know. The problem is I know flyers, good flyers that have done both. They're believers of both systems. I think I lean towards cleaning the floors daily. I used to clean my floors twice a day, morning and night. And that way you can check the droppings every morning and see how they look. But unfortunately, I have a young family. I have 2 daughters who are under 2, and it's just not feasible for me to, be spending that much time in the loft. But I will do it. I will wake up at 5 a.m. and do it. I do love my birds, so I find time. Anyway, guys, that's where I'm at, cleaning my loft. I still have too many birds. No update on that. I'm sure someone will comment saying it, but it is what it is. I'm not going to do anything about it at the moment. Right now I'm just focused on getting these birds separated, getting all these youngsters weaned and in the racing loft, and flying again. So I have some youngsters down here. I'm not sure what I'm going to do about this section or that section, because it's a pain in the ass to clean, just to be perfectly honest. I hate scraping down there. It's a complete pain in the ass. When I didn't have floor grates, it wasn't a problem. Now it is a problem. So gotta figure something out about that. Excuse me. I do have a bunch of youngsters in here, and I have a few I got to band today. I think in my last video I showed you, I'm going to try to band. I have a youngster over here that's not banded. I'm going to see if I can band him. These are, this bird came out of this bird here. That's the cock, and that hen. They're both LCM bands from my buddy Tony up in Lyndhurst. They seem like good birds. I know this is an extremely late hatch. I'm almost tempted to, for all these late hatches, just to raise them and maybe bring them to the farm or give them to someone else. But I'll probably end up putting them in my race loft, even though everyone tells me I have too many birds. We got some birds here. Let's see what we got going on. Yeah, here's some youngsters here. It's funny, one came out like a shade darker, and neither parents really look that color, but I do like the cock. That's the hen here in the nest, but the cock just looks phenomenal. I'm really excited to see how these birds turn out. And the cock, I think, was believed to be a hen, and then it's really a cock. But he is phenomenal, so I'm excited to see how they do. I think I got one bird out of this pair here. Too many birds, guys. I got too many birds. This is the pair here I'm very excited for. That's the one that, this hen has one bull eye, they call it. So the one eye just has no color. It's completely black. And the other eye is actually a white eye. There she is. But they're both two phenomenal birds. And I got some young in here. And it looks like they don't want to come out. Looks like one looks just like the father, right? Nice little checker. One, if I can get them out, looks like the mother. Oh, man, they don't want to come out of this box. But there's the other bird. This bird down here is supposed to be, I was hoping it would be a silver, but it's a blue bar. This is the one that had the, everyone told me it was a splayed leg. I looked up the YouTube video and they said 2 bands with string. So that's what I did. I got 2 bands on them with a string tied together. It seems to be working, but I put some more hay in his nest, and I thought it was working. It looks worse now that I look at it. Just can't seem to keep his legs like straight. It's like pulling his leg backwards. I know somebody on YouTube said pretty much like this bird's not gonna recover. You can see he's like walking sideways with his leg. We'll see how it goes. I mean, it's one bird. It's not the end of the world. I already have too many. I am, upset that I don't want to, make the bird worse off than it is, but in this section, I didn't do an update in this section last time, but I'll run through it real quick. I did accidentally breed 2 birds. This is a hen out of that cock that my buddy Frank really liked. And the young are looking pretty nice. I do need to get some bands on them, but I see a nice little white flight here. And I have a nice little silver actually from my red check hen, and he looks pretty nice. He handles pretty nice too for his age. Maria's on some more eggs. Just gotta wait for those to come along. I'm gonna definitely stock whatever she breeds me. I don't care how many birds I have. Or that's not even Maria, that's her mate. This is Maria here. Maria will be leaving in a week or 2. About a week, I would say. She'll be gone. But great handling bird, beautiful bird. Back to her owner, which is my sister-in-law, who keeps her as a house pet. But this was one of my father-in-laws, and she is pretty. She's a pretty bird. And this is the other bird here. There's the hen that bred me these 2 down here. She looks pretty nice as well. Handles real nice. Nice 1-pin tail. This bird was one of the first birds I bred, and I pretty much hand raised her. She used to come to me when I would call her, but you can see she's become just a typical loft pigeon at this point, who wants to protect her young. So, I don't have too much time out here because I'm constantly with my daughters and my wife and living my life. So the birds are pretty fond of me, though. I do know when I go to other lofts, the birds seem to fly away scared, or maybe they're just not used to me in particular, but in my loft, my birds are pretty comfortable with me. I am out here about twice a day, and try to handle most of them every day and keep an eye on all of them, make sure no one's getting sick. You can see I also took out some of these, I had double nest poles in the boxes. I took those all out. So I gotta get back in here and keep cleaning. Finish up these boxes, finish up these floors before my daughters wake up. So let me show you the racing loft. Got some birds around here just walking around. It's not something I like to see or have them do, but they're learning at least. And these are all, they'll all be in by tonight. They're used to trapping, they're good at trapping. Here's the young bird racing loft. So, it's funny, you know, last time I came here and everyone was on a perch, and now everyone just seems to be hanging out on the floor. I gotta give them some more food, but just want to give you guys a look at my birds in here. It's a nice little grizzle I bred. I believe I bred that grizzle, unless that's one from Jerry. I can't even remember anymore. Blacks are in here doing good. I'm surprised I retained the black pigeons. I wasn't sure if they were gonna make it. I was pretty excited to have them, and usually when you're excited to have a bird, you lose them. My last video I said I had lost a lot of birds because of the storm that had rolled in, and not the case. It looks like most of the birds did make it back home all right. They all look pretty good. I did notice last night or the night before, I can't remember, but one of the birds was kind of hunched over. I was tempted to almost just pull him. You know, I don't like to risk, you know, a sick bird with this many birds, but I didn't. I let him go. And I don't see him now, but I don't see anyone that looks sickly at all. It could have just been a little cold. It was pretty cold the other night. But the one bird I was really excited about that was missing came back. 6870, I think. Super excited. It's the one with the splash on the head. I also did notice that my Chico has been outside flying around and coming back, so she's homed pretty good. I know her nestmate flew out one day and never came back, but this bird seems to be doing good. What else do we got going on in here? I got this little baby back here that's going to be born and raised and raced out of this loft, which is the first. I don't know if you can see him in the back there. And there's a nestmate to that bird I like. It's like my golden pair. Let's see how they do. I did notice that the silver I have, I'm not too crazy about. Doesn't handle that nicely. I'm not sure. Kind of very similar to the father. I'm not a big fan of the father. So, unfortunately, I'm not a big fan, but sometimes those are the winners. I'm not sure. And it's not fully developed. Got to give it some more time. But let the basket do the culling of the birds. So right now I still have about 45, I believe. And once I start training, we'll see how it goes. I might take them about 20 miles and single toss them, like right from the beginning, and just see who makes it back. Well, not right from the beginning, but early on. So after I get them used to the area, I might start single tossing them, just so I could train them when they're young to kind of break away from the pack. I have my sister and who lives about 20 miles away. So I think that would be a good spot to just spend the day there and single toss a few times, you know, before the first race, just to get them used to breaking away. And what else I got going on? I got garlic in the water. I got the diced or chopped garlic I bought from the store. I got the apple cider vinegar, and I got some brewed oregano. So I've been doing that just about every day. Someone did comment on YouTube saying not to put garlic in with the breeders who still have babies in the nest, because that could kind of mess them up when it comes to development stages. So oh, did you see that? That bird just snuck right through there. So that's my problem I got, guys. I got birds sneaking out here. They sneak out through the bottom of this door. They can push it open. And they kind of just been hanging out outside, which is not good for them, because they kind of peck around the grass. They can get worms, they can get bacteria, and they get kind of lazy, and I don't really like it too much. So got some. I got a grizzle down there underneath the grate, pecking at who knows what, which is no good. Got to figure out a way to keep them out of the floor from underneath here. But you know, only the smart birds are gonna make it, so it is what it is. I have too many birds. I just don't want everyone to get sick from one bird. So anyway, guys, that's my video. I don't want to drag it on too long, but I did not lose too many birds. That's the good news. And everyone seems almost ready to be training soon, so hopefully I'll be on the road and maybe shoot some videos of road training, but we'll see how it goes. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. I'll see you on the next one.